Hey everyone, so this is Shelly, and I did a video on Transgender Day of Remembrance yesterday, and I talked a lot about Jorge Steven Lopez in the video because what happened to him down in Puerto Rico was barbaric, and the reason I made the video like I did was because George was picked up by another man in an area where a lot of people are, there are a lot of prostitutes there, and well, he was mutilated, decapitated, and his body was burned. And although, as far as I know, at least, George wasn't a transsexual, he was a human being. And the atrocities that are done against people like George, and against people like me, are done by people that see members of the LGBT community as subhuman, and it's the only way they know how to get through the day is to classify us as subhuman. Lindsay Stone did a wonderful video on a while back on the Transgender Day of Remembrance, and she showed the names, where people were murdered, and more importantly, how they were murdered. And a lot of them were mutilated, a lot of them were decapitated. And all I was trying to do was to show you, just to show you what those words really look like. And I actually found a lot worse pictures than the ones I showed, but I thought it was important to show people and the homophobes what these words really mean and what they really look like. Because you can say decapitated and all these other things, and it just means the words on the page. It's like trying to describe childbirth. It's somebody that can never bear a child, and by the way, thankfully so, I can conceptualize the pain a woman has to feel when they give birth, but I know a lot of women that go, no way, I wouldn't want to feel that pain. So I wanted to help conceptualize in people's heads what these words really mean. So if I offended anybody with that video, I'm sorry, and I'm just gonna end this video by showing the other pictures I showed, and hopefully 1 year soon, November 20th, we won't be remembering anybody that was killed. And also, please take into account, people, that the numbers aren't totally reflective of how many are actually killed. Most aren't even looked at or prosecuted in such a way that it even acknowledges the person was trans, and just says, oh, they were killed, or they were mutilated, or they've beaten to death, and don't give the story behind it. And that's the important thing. Peace.